Bro, I thought I've seen wars until somebody says free Palestine on my TikTok, because I've been posting about there's a war going on Thailand and Cambodia. So I've been posting, free for peace. But I see somebody say people keep spamming free Palestine. I'm like, I've seen a lot of comments that say free Palestine, but I'm not sure what is going on. And then I search it up on TikTok. Oh my gosh, I've never seen something like that. That is really, really bad. But I have no idea what is going on. So I wanna check it out, man. Bro, it's so sad.
أتمنى نموت.
I'm gonna check out a lot of videos. You know what I'm saying? I wanna see. Oh, bro.
نموت.
ليش؟
عشان ما عندنا شكل ولا شغل.
Oh my gosh.
أنا زهقان من الحياة عشان الحال.
Oh,
شو اسمك؟ عرفنا عن حالك.
نسيم.
Nasim.
لاعب صفتين.
ليش جاي اليوم هان؟
عشان أجيبك الأقدار.
أخذت حاجة؟
لا.
كيف الحرب معك؟
والله خربتنا الحرب ونزلت دورنا.
ايش بتتمنى؟
أتمنى نموت.
He said, I wish I could. Oh. Bro, what is really going? How can I remove? What is really going on over? Oh my, bro, that is so bad. I couldn't really get the explanation like what is really going on. But damn.
Under mounting international pressure and reports that Gaza is facing the worst-case scenario of famine, Israel has started...
Gaza. So Gaza is fighting Israel, right? Or Gaza just getting destroyed by Israel? Why not enough food is reaching to Palestine and Gaza?
letting more aid into the enclave. But aid groups and Palestinians say aid is not reaching those who need it, and it's barely making a dent. Aid groups say that after months of stringent restrictions from Israel with not letting aid get in, people don't have confidence that there's going to be continued assistance. When trucks come in, thousands of people swarm them, taking what they can, unsure when there's going to be the next round of assistance. Aid groups also say that the new measures Israel is creating, including airdrops from the sky, are ineffective and they're costly. Aid drops are falling in the Mediterranean Sea. It's also falling in areas that Palestinians have been prevented.
So the food is getting dropped in the sea? And then they have to go get it from the sea? And they're still getting it, right? So, and then there's the attack that is going on. So there's a chance of you surviving. You go and get the food. Oh my.
By Israel from accessing. And aid groups also say there is a breakdown of law and order in Gaza, that not only are starving, unarmed Palestinians surrounding these trucks, but they are seeing people with pistols as well as knives and guns loot the trucks. Truck drivers say they're being held at gunpoint. The entire truck is being looted, including the batteries as well as the diesel. They say that this is basically survival of the fittest. Whoever is able to get to the aid first gets it.
So the ones that are going to get the food, the trucks, they say the trucks are like the trucks are getting like destroyed. Damn, is this? Oh my God.
Aid groups say that the only way for this to change is for a consistent, steady flow of aid to come into Gaza.
Damn, this is the houses. Oh my God.
Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to make a difference.
Oh my God. Well, let me see. 74 Palestinians killed in the
Witnesses and health officials say 10 were shot today, another 27 yesterday, adding to more than 1,000 the UN says have been killed seeking aid since May. All this despite President Trump sending his special envoy to see an aid point for himself last week.
All the men that go there either come back carrying food or being carried themselves. That's their destiny. Either they carry a bag of flour or they are brought back on a stretcher.
This is crazy, bro. Oh, bro, I wonder why people keep spending. Oh my God.
This video, filmed 2 days ago, shows how dangerous it is. Palestinians either cowering or...
So that's how they actually trying to go get food. And at the same time, they don't have somewhere to live. This is crazy, bro. So during this video, 74 people were killed.
running from bullets in what looks like a deadly form of Israeli crowd control. This
Damn.
footage geolocated
Imagine, look where they are right now. They're right here, and the gun is literally hitting right here.
to just 650 meters away from an Israeli-controlled food
Damn.
distribution site. Israel has its own trauma. Its hostage, Rom Braslavsky, paraded on camera by a Hamas ally, Islamic Jihad. This a war crime under the Geneva Conventions.
Man, what is really going on? So, that's crazy, man.
Monday CRM
That's crazy, bro.
has the best AI features in the game,
especially in sales.
hands down.
So for me, email
Fires. Instead, total war until all the hostages are freed and Hamas agrees to disarm.
We must continue to stand together and fight together in order to achieve all the war's objectives, defeating the enemy.
So who's the enemy? So how many countries? How many countries are actually fighting? Damn, that's crazy, bro. What is going on? What is like really going on? I would love to get a video that would just like explain everything, you know?
Freeing our hostages and ensuring that Gaza will no longer pose a threat to Israel.
That's a strategy which leaves these hungry people trapped between...
Bro, these are just humans like us, bro. For nobody deserves to live. Oh my God.
The refusal of Hamas to agree Israel's terms on releasing some 20 living hostages and the determination of Israel's leader.
Did you see the kids over right here? So right now the goal is just to get food and then being able to survive. There's nothing else special. You don't even need network or phone or anything. That is crazy, bro.
Refusal of Hamas to agree Israel's terms on releasing some 20 living hostages and the determination of Israel's leader to carry on this war unless and until the Americans tell him to stop.
Well, the family of the Israeli hostage, Eviatar David, have condemned Hamas for releasing those videos showing their relative skeletal and emaciated, and have accused the group of deliberately starving him to death. Earlier, I spoke to...
Wait, who's Hamas? Hamas? Hamas, that's a country? Hamas. Hamas is an Islamic resident movement abbreviation. Arabic. Wait, what? What is up? I still don't know what is that. Hamas is a Palestine is a political organization founded during the oh my goodness. Aiming to circle Palestine. Hamas, which stands for Palestine Branch of Muslim Brotherhood. Initially focused on social and religious activities, it shifted in militant actions against Israel forces. Damn.
Tamar Eshet, Eviatar's cousin, and I asked her what she thought
Damn.
when she first saw those images of her cousin and the proof that he was alive.
when I heard there's a video, I wanted to see it, and once I opened it, it was really devastating. I couldn't imagine what I just witnessed.
Huh.
Yes, and what effect has it had on the family?
So what's a hostage? So they like put people in there? Damn. That is crazy. Bro, nobody deserves to live like this, bro. Okay, let me watch a video. Okay, so says Gaza explained. Gaza explained? Trump says First Lady thinks Gaza's crisis is terrible. Bro, what is really going on over there? That is crazy, man.
Rising.
She thinks it's terrible. And
she thinks it's terrible. She sees the same picture that you see, that you're seeing, the thing everybody on there.
She sees the same pictures that you see, and that we all see, and I think everybody, unless they're pretty cold-hearted or worse than that, nuts. There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids.
On Monday, the president said the U.S. will set up food centers in Gaza to help those facing starvation and malnutrition, and he disagreed with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said over the weekend there is no starvation in Gaza. The latest on the crisis now from CNN's Jeremy Diamond. We do want to warn you, some of this video is disturbing.
Desperate and hungry, thousands of Palestinians scramble onto aid trucks that have just entered the...
Damn. Bro, Palestine... Oh. Damn, people are really struggling in Palestine.
Gaza Strip. They grab what they can, waiting for the chance to feed themselves and their families.
Oh my!
This sea of desperation captured this weekend, driven by months of Israeli restrictions.
Oh my, bro, this is so sad, bro. I've never seen something like this. That's crazy. So you're telling me all these people are fighting to get the food? But no one deserves to live like this type of life, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Oh my God.
On aid distribution in Gaza. Amid global outrage, Israel is now reversing course, ceasing fire in parts of Gaza for 10 hours a day and opening designated secure routes to allow more aid trucks to flow in. Steps humanitarian aid organizations have sought for months. More than 200 trucks of aid were distributed in Gaza on Monday, according to Israel. But many more will be needed to even begin to alleviate this crisis. As children scrape bits of flour from the beds of those trucks, the world's leading global authority on food security says the worst-case scenario of famine is now unfolding. Israel also allowing airdrops into Gaza for the first time in months, sending Palestinians running to grab what they can. But as a rifle is fired into the air, a reminder that it is often the strongest, like gangs who steal and resell food at higher prices, who are first to eat. I didn't get anything.
That is crazy. So you're telling me, so the food is dropped, right? So there's people that are actually coming where this food is getting dropped, and then they'll kill some people there for them to take the food and go sell it at a higher price. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness.
This elderly lady says, I was crushed in the crowd. While some managed to grab a full box, others...
Look at this. People, they even... See, that is crazy, bro. Imagine getting used to the word that... Did you see there was gunshots that was happening? They didn't even like act or anything. That's
merge with just a few items. Flour, oil, pasta. This aid is disgraceful. We are not dogs to be made to run after aid. People fought over it. We'd rather die of hunger with dignity than die in humiliation and filth. Palestinians are also still getting shot and killed while trying to get aid, prompting more outpourings of grief. Look at them, they died, this man says. They went to Netzarim to get food. Every day he would go get food for his children. The two men were brothers. among 14 people killed by Israeli forces near an aid distribution site run by the American Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. No comment from the Israeli military. In the hospital's morgue, this body is a testament to an entirely different weapon. Starvation has claimed at least 83 lives in Gaza just this month, including 10-year-old Noor Abu Salas. She became like this because of hunger, thirst, and the siege.
Ooh.
The siege imposed on us by the Israelis, her uncle shouts. This is a Palestinian child. He says the world would be outraged if only she had been born anywhere else.
Hi, we're Charity Water. If we lost you at Charity, we get it. Give us a moment to change your mind.
And John, amid all of this, the Palestinian Health Ministry says...
Oh my... The death of 60,000 people?
That the grim death toll of 60,000 Palestinians killed since the beginning of the war has now been reached. And while the health ministry does not distinguish between civilians and combatants, they do say that 30% of the victims of this war are children. Now, the Israeli military, for its part, they have repeatedly dismissed figures from the health ministry, saying that they are exaggerated. John?
60,000?
Thanks to Jeremy Diamond for that report. With us now, David Remnick, editor of The New Yorker. David's latest work is titled Israel's Zone of Denial Amid National Euphoria Over the Bombing of Iran and the Largely Ignored Devastation in Gaza. A question lurks. What is the country becoming? It is a wonderful, expansive article that raises all kinds of questions. David, nice to see you. President Trump says that he and the First Lady are deeply affected by the images they see of starvation inside Gaza. You're just back from Israel. How is that situation seen on the Israeli side? How much talk of starvation was there?
Well, until very, very recently, I would say there was next to no portrayal of the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza on the most important medium in Israel, and that's television, with the distinct exception of the newspaper Haaretz, which
I'm still kind of confused though. So Palestine, right? So Israel is the one that going to Gaza or what? That's crazy, bro. I would love people to literally just throw a lot of ideas. I wanna know.
which has a relatively small circulation, with the exception of their reporting. I'm talking about in Hebrew, and some smaller left-leaning outlets. On a nightly basis, you would not know that there were incidents like the one that took place when I was there just a few weeks ago, when a 500-pound bomb was dropped on a cafe.
500-pound bomb drop on a cafe? Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Filled with civilians, mainly women and children, who went there for a cool drink and the possibility of something to eat and maybe an internet connection. This is and 40 people were killed in a 500-pound bomb. This kind of
40 people were killed. Bro, you see the numbers that are getting talk? 40, 50, 60s, 200, like every minute. Like, I feel like, imagine per day, there's how many people are dying per day? Free Palestine, man. Free Palestine, man. I have no idea what is really going on, but damn, according to the situation that I've seen right here, it's crazy. And I know there's some type of war, something that is bad. Because people keep saying free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, Palestine. But I'm not sure. I keep seeing the comments, and that made me like wondering so bad. And I just did on TikTok, I was like, free Palestine. Oh my, bro. I've seen most of them with the kids.
thing is happening all the time. Haaretz had a remarkable report
Yes.
describing how Israeli soldiers were shooting at Gazans who were coming to get aid. People shot down for the terrible crime of wanting to eat and get some water to drink.
Damn.
And the reaction to this article was just constant denial, not least in the Prime Minister's office. And you saw this sense of denial starting at the top. It's extraordinary for Benjamin Netanyahu to stand in front of the world and deny what's in front of everybody's eyes. This war is just a calamity.
Look right. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Look at the houses. They're literally like destroyed. Look at this kid right here. Look at this kid. Oh my. This is not fair, bro. This is not fair, bro. Nobody deserves to be in this type of. Like, what did we even do as people? Like,
is just a calamity, above all for the Palestinian people, and the ramifications of it in terms of loss of life,
yes,
the flattening of Gaza, the rage that undoubtedly will come out of it, the political prospects that were never good to begin with, that have been dimmed. I mean, there is no doubt that Hamas set off this particular chapter in this 100-year-long calamity and conflict with its attack on October 7th. But the way Israel has conducted this war,
October 7th, that's like last
with the
last year
that's been going on, and now this prospect of famine and the starvation that's already upon us is just beyond dreadful. And to deny it, beginning with the Prime Minister, is hideous.
So the fact that President Trump has now said that he and the First Lady see the pictures, they see the starvation there, I wonder what impact you think that will have, and how is, or what is, the influence of this administration in Israel right now?
The administration has enormous influence, and it's, I suppose it's terrific that he is affected by these pictures at long last. But this is also the President of the United States that allowed the Israeli government to think that it was a possibility and would receive at least implicit, if not explicit, sanction.
Israel over the humanitarian crisis.
Damn, this topic. Damn. This is crazy, man. We should be grateful for what we have. Says Gaza explained. Well, so who's fighting? Palestine is currently engaging with Israel. So they're fighting, engaging with Israel through the military group Hamas, which has launched an attack. Huh? Damn. Damn. This I've never seen something like this. You guys have okay, so the key players. So we have the Hamas, right? And then we got the Israel, and then we have the other Palestine. Okay. The prime represent Palestine interests in Gaza, known for its armed resistance against Israel. Okay. The state of the Israel, which has responded to Hamas attack, intensive military. Oh my goodness. While Hamas is most other groups such as Palestine Islamic. So is there anything that is going on in Hamas then? Hamas now, what? Also Hamas, okay. Gaza is now a Hamas used now. Why there's no people struggling in Hamas? I thought it's a war. Damn. Hamas released 3 Israel hostages in latest Gaza.
Yeah, Gaza.
Early Saturday, the Hamas militant group surprised Israel with an unprecedented attack. Hamas sent in scores, if not hundreds of...
Damn, that's crazy. Free Palestine explained. Okay, let me. I want to get like at least the shortest one. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it part of the problem that Palestine is not a state? Like,
oh, that's like the whole problem.
The whole thing is like you can never come to peace if you never even acknowledge they exist.
We're going into like 60 years of complete Israeli control over these people, and under Israeli control, they have zero rights whatsoever. I mean, like, they don't have the freedom of movement. They don't have freedom to trade with the outside world. They don't have voting rights. They don't have the right of due process, because the Israelis are just constantly slowly stealing more of the Palestinians' land.
Damn.
Like an Israeli settler in the West Bank, in the same jurisdiction, gets in a dispute with a Palestinian there, the Israeli goes to a trial. The Palestinian goes in front of a military trial. If he's lucky enough to get that, they have something like a 99% conviction rate. You're just totally I think you're essentially right. You can't expect a group of people to just be subjugated for eternity and nobody's going to try to violently fight back. And of course, when they non-violently try to fight back, that gets squashed too. That gets met with violence.
Damn. Okay.
So people ask, why do I support Palestine? I'll tell you why. Let's take an example. A thief came to my house with a knife and says, get out of here. What the? So I would say, this is my house. I can't leave. Then he tied me up and started hitting me. And he hits my parents, grandparents, and my kids. So what should I do? So while they are looking away, I untie the rope and punch his face to protect myself. Then the people next to us say, why? Why are you hitting him? Violence is bad. Do you agree with that? And people say again, now the time passed. So this is the thief's house. It's not your home anymore. Do you really agree with that? Look at the truth. The owner of the house is Palestine, not others. It's not the thief's house. Free Palestine. So people...
Free Palestine, man. Free Palestine. Damn. So how long has this been going? It's been going for years. Okay.
All of you brilliant university students out there with your great slogans, I want you to explain to me what Free Palestine really means. I mean, let's read between the lines over here. There's 7 million Jews in the land of Israel.
Yeah.
Explain to me your step-by-step final solution as to what freeing Palestine looks like. It's not just a slogan. It actually means something. Take off your mask off of your face. Take off the mask off of your words and tell us what you really mean.
I would love to read the comments. I literally, like on this video, I literally just love to see what is everybody saying in the comment. I think we'll just go with the comment section. What is the comment section? Okay. First, the Rangers' action reflect in the common nature of Palestine struggle. It can represent the core of complete over there. Huh. Freetown, what does it really mean? Tamusi adora kashamonda, mupenge. A man shouts for during the march at the end of. Damn. I've never seen something like this. That is crazy, bro. Listen, man, according to what I'm seeing, I haven't really know a lot of location, bro, but damn. Palestine, bro, people, they're struggling, bro. People, they're struggling, bro. And literally the first video when I saw the kid says, I want to, that's bad, bro. That is crazy. People are getting short while they're going to get food. Like, there's no houses to live, there's no food, there's nothing. There's kids, oh my gosh, man, that is crazy. Hey, listen, man, I would love to check out some more. You guys, you know where to send more videos. My Instagram, if you just go to my Instagram, send more videos. I would love to check out, man. Free Palestine. Just no war, peace, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, if it's the first time, make sure to click that like and subscribe. And free Palestine. Ah!